Okay, it's recording. All right, Shalom. We're going to start it off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ochach, Kodash. Double honors to our teachers, their apostles, and elders, a great millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth this word with truth and sincerity. And your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. I'm the brother Machaya from the camp, Jem Montreal, joined with
Shaquan. And I'm the brother Zabak.
Yeah, so, we're just flowing in the spirit, right? A topic we want to touch on is the fact that World War III will be the war to end. Okay, like I said, we're just flowing in the spirit. And a topic that we're going to touch on today is the fact that World War III will be the war to end all wars. Okay, because it is indeed prophesied in the Bible. Okay, which even that quote from Albert Einstein, he said that if there were to be a World War III, the next one would be fought with sticks and stones, which is right, okay? Because we know that once World War III happens and the Lord comes in the midst, and afterward the kingdom of heaven is established, what's going to happen? We're going to take away all the weapons of war and destroy them, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to get that. I think it's in Isaiah. Hold on, let me see. That your precept, no? I'm gonna try to find. Okay.
It says here in Isaiah 2, and I'll start at 1.
The water.
I'll start at 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Right, and mountains in that scripture is representing governments. Okay? So the Lord's government is going to be on top of all these other governments. All right? Because what it says in the book of the Revelation, how that he went forth to conquer, and he went conquering and to conquer, roughly paraphrasing. Furthermore, he said that he had many crowns on his heads. Because what? He's going to take down these heathen rulership, okay, and establish his rulership with the elect as the governing body. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
If I may add, well, it goes to prove also that mountains is talking about governments. When you look up the word summit,
right,
and then the world has the G7 summit,
yeah.
G7 summit, where all these countries get together
Mm-hmm.
to pretty much have council. But when you look up that word summit, it means mountain.
Right.
So that proves that.
And it's the top. The summit is
The top,
at the top.
yeah, at the top, yeah. The top of what? The top of these nations,
Yeah.
The governing class.
Yes, sir.
The rulers. See?
Mm-hmm.
So reading on, it says, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yeah, they're going to come to learn of our ways. Okay, because our way is going to be the main way. All right, there's not going to be any heathen following their own customs, right? They're worshiping their own gods. No. Okay, and that day, only Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai will be worshipped. Okay, well, quick jumping. Yep. This is Zechariah 14 and verse 9. It says, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth, and that day there shall be one Lord, and his name one. That's exactly it. That's in the kingdom. Okay, because we know right now there's multiple gods. Moab has his own gods, which is money. Okay, Elam has their own gods, worshiping calves and shit. Ishmael got Allah, right? All these other gods, once the kingdom is established, gonna be out the window, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only gonna be our power, and the heathens gonna have to come to us to learn of our ways. Okay, because scriptures say what? We're gonna be a nation of priests unto them. We're gonna be their We're gonna be the mediator to them, to our power.
That's it.
Okay.
I got some.
Come.
Isaiah 32 and 1, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
Right, that's referring to Yahweh Shai. Okay, Isaiah 9 goes into how his government is going to be in righteousness and how that there's going to be no end to it. Okay, yeah.
It says, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Who are those princes? That's us. Okay, it's within our name. You know what I'm saying? Israel, Yashra Allah in the Hebrew, which means what? He, prince of the power. Okay, so we're gonna rule in judgment, man, because we're gonna be the judges in the world to come. Okay, we're natural born leaders, man, because the Lord made our spirits to be the leaders of these people, man. First and foremost, starting with the elect, Yahweh Shad the fourth, then the elect, you know what I'm saying? Trickling down to the rest of our people. They're going to be above these other nations, man, ruling them, judging them. Okay? There's more?
That's it.
Okay, you got it.
Going back to Isaiah 2 and 3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. And we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the world, so that can end the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Exactly it, man. Out of Zion shall go forth the law. We're going to be the source of wisdom, basically. Because, right now, currently, America is what? Is the, as it said in Jeremiah 51, it's the golden cup in the Lord's hand, which they're not supposed to be the golden cup. They're not supposed to be the standard of beauty. That's us.
It's an error that proceeded.
Exactly. Ecclesiastes 10. So in the kingdom, things going to go right side up. And what the land of Israel and his people, what they're going to be the standard. People are going to be wanting to come to us and see our city, you know what I'm saying? For us to teach us them different things.
And learn. Like, if I may add,
Yep.
Queen of Sheba, what she did with King Solomon, that's what the people are going to be doing.
Yes.
They're going to come to pretty much learn, but also, like, see, Because brothers are going to be on a different level,
Right.
So there's going to be different things each and every brother is into. And these nations are going to marvel at it, They're going to, let's go see this, let's go see that.
Yep.
And they're also going to bring things.
Yes.
Offerings.
Yeah, it would be a disrespect to come empty-handed. What?
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
Heads have to drop.
Come to
Yeah.
see the king without gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a custom for you when you come to see the king, you bring gifts. You don't just come empty-handed. It shows you have a lack of education and you're stupid. Yep.
And that's even in the law, no? Like the Passover, you have to bring something.
Yes.
Those are our customs, man. Showing,
Yeah.
a hospitality spirit, a spirit of showing kindness.
Yeah.
to the Israelite,
Yeah, even now, within different Jake families, when they're having like a party or whatever, Christmas
bring
party or
something,
something, they bring something. They bring a plate, some wine, whatever.
Yeah,
They just
add
make
on.
sure to bring something. You don't just come empty-handed. If you do, they're gonna be talking shit in the midst of the food.
Yeah.
This guy came here with nothing, when the
just came
liquor.
to eat.
Yeah, he just came to eat. You feel a bit ashamed and shit. Niggas still munching on the shit food, But it's a disgrace. It's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the spirit.
Yep.
Reading on, it says here, that's the point here. It says here, verse 4, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people,
Mhm.
and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up swords against nations, neither shall they learn war anymore.
That's it. So the quote that Albert Einstein said, if the World War III, the next war will be fought with sticks and stones, is indeed true. Because we just read it. Once the kingdom is established, what? The swords, all these things, these guns, okay? They're going to be done away with. Rather, we're going to be investing in what? Agriculture. Plowshare is a tool that you should utilize for what? Agriculture. And with the pruning hook. Because the sword brings death. Right? But the plowshare and the pruning hook, that brings life. You know what I'm saying? Plants. Food to eat. That's what our kingdom's going to be about. You know what I'm saying? Because even in Ezekiel, it speaks about how we're going to gather up all the weapons and burn them up, man. So this is the last war. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing it, the tensions being brewed up, man. All right?
That's all.
Gun.
Isaiah 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Exactly it, man. All right? Every battle is what? With confused noise. Because you look at ancient battles, right? They will face one another, one towards one another, screaming, with their swords, their lance, right? But now, this fight that we're going to have is going to be with buttons, okay? Pressing buttons to what? To shoot missiles, okay? Having remote controlling a drone to drop a pocket nuke or whatnot. So this is different. This is that World War III, man, okay? Because even these global leaders, they know that once those missiles are shot, bro, there's no going back, man. Right? There's the term called MAD, okay? Mutual Assured Destruction. All right? This nation has nuclear capability. This nation has nuclear capability. If one shoots it, the other one's gonna have to shoot, and the friends are gonna have to shoot. So it's done. You know? And once those buttons are pressed, there's no going back, man. Okay? That's it?
That's going to be the end of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be the end of this wicked kingdom, of the fall of America. And then from that point, you know, Yahushua is going to return. And then he's going to establish righteousness.
Yeah.
Just to read on pertaining to Isaiah 9, jump up to the point at verse 7, and this is pertaining to Yahushua. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. Okay, so if peace is increasing, that means that there won't be war.
Yes.
Okay. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice for henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
That's it. Yeah, who's the zeal of the Lord? Yahushua. He's the one that's going to perform this, man. You know? You know what I'm saying? No more war, bro. Because war is unprofitable, you know? But in this world, it's profitable for Esau because he gets money off of it.
Yeah.
You know? But this world right here, man, yeah, you're going to get all that money, but you're going straight into slavery, man. You know? You're going straight into slavery right after. Right? But like I said, in the grand scheme of things, really, if this was a righteous society, war is not profitable because what? You lose resources, okay? Your young men, they go out to die, okay? But people suffer. It can lead to famine, you know? Like, bro, it's not profit. That's why in scripture says what? When the king's going to war, they count the costs to see they have sufficient so that, you know, they could conquer their enemies, man. You know, there'll be a lot of, you know, political talks, councils before they actually go in and engage in the physical attack first.
Not just for fun.
Yeah. You know? You going to say something?
No.
And everything pertaining to prophecy too, because even in a sense pertaining to the Lord, he's allowing Esau Edom to do all his madness, but he has set up a time that he is going to return, that he's going to give the green light to Yahushua. So in a sense, he's counting the cost not to see if he's going to win. He's just counting the cost to let prophecy play out.
Yeah.
You see? Because the Lord had already established, he had measured the times. So everything had to go according to his word, according to his will.
Yeah. I got some real quick.
Yep.
This is Ezekiel 39 and verse 8. It says, "Behold, it is come, and it is done, saith the Lord power. This is the day whereof I have spoken. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth, and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields, and the bucklers, and the bows, and the arrows, and the handstaves, and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years." So once again, we're gonna burn up the weapons of war. Okay? There's not gonna be any weapons, bro. No more tanks, no more jet firefighters or whatever. Okay? No more nuclear missiles. Because all the nuclear missiles that's currently on the earth and that's still being produced, they're all gonna be shot. Because, you know, they're being built for a purpose. Not just, you know, to be there and waste up space. That's the weapons of the Lord's indignation, like it says. You know?
It's not going to be like in the Planet of the Apes. They had one last missile.
Right.
They had one
Shoot
last
'em.
missile that the people were worshiping. They called them their gods.
Yeah.
Because again, he's like, you know, he actually worships the sword. Yeah. Because he's a demon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get this too in Jeremiah 50 and verse 25. It says, "The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans." Okay, and the weapons of his indignation, once again, is those nuclear missiles. You know, backing up the point I said earlier of how that all these missiles will be shot. Okay, and indignation goes into what? Righteous anger, because the Lord is fed up with this place, man.
Yeah.
The land of the Chaldeans was turned to what? America. That land would be completely desolate. Okay? I want to get this too in Revelation, you know, holding on the point of World War III, because the Lord's going to come in the midst of that. Okay? That's when the war is going to end right there. Okay? So this is Revelation 12 in verse 7. It says, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels." Okay?
Go ahead. Yeah, and that the dragon represents Esau and his army.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Michael represents the armies of the celestial army. Okay, with the celestial vehicles, the so-called UFOs. Okay, so they're gonna fight Esau and his military might and his jets and his military might versus the celestial force.
Yes, sir. It says, and prevailed not.
Prevail not, because they're gonna lose.
Yep.
Okay, their horses is flesh and not spirit. Okay, they're limited. Okay, they're fighting against a power that has no fights that is not limited by the reality of our by our reality.
Yes.
See, the laws that we are subject to, gravity, all these laws, the laws of physics, they don't have to. They're not limited by those things, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Yeah, in heaven, meaning the rulership, they were destroyed. They were cast down.
Yes,
That's
sir.
like, come down, sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's no more throne for thee, because at that point they're gonna lose the fight against Yahushua, and they're gonna be thrust down into slavery, man.
Yep.
Okay, in the state of confusion. That's what it represents, the dust. Okay.
Yep. It says, verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Yeah, and that's not the spiritual Satan. That's just the physical counterpart, which is Esau Edom. Okay, he's gonna be cast down.
Yeah. Yeah, so all of this is going to happen in World War III, you know, because even Ronald Reagan, he said that if there was an outside force that came to basically invade the earth, we would not all come together and fight that, you know, that outside force.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically saying that they're gonna fight against the Lord, which we just read, and they're gonna lose. Okay, I got some real quick. This is Revelation 11 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The second war is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yeah, and the war goes into war. And it says the second war is past. So yeah, World War II it came and went, and now the third war, which is World War III, is coming quickly, man. And we're seeing it. Well, in a sense, we're in the beginning stages.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Lord is as it says his intentions, his determinations to gather the nations.
Yep.
He's stirring up the spirits of these leaders to fight against one another. Okay, to be at odds against one another, so that everything plays out, so that they can all end up in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, Yahushaphat, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that to create that moment where, in the midst of the fight, Yahushua appears in the midst of World War III.
Yes, sir.
All for prophecy's sake.
Yeah, that was it, man.
Okay.
I got one more.
Come.
2 Ezra 13 and 28:9. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Verse 31. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Yeah, we're gonna see that one realm against another. You know, the celestial realm, I mean, with the angels, and then against the physical realm, what we just read in Revelation, the 12th chapter. You know, those are gonna clash. And we know, like the brother said, the spiritual realm is clearly way stronger than the physical realm. They can't even be put on the same scale. Okay, and the brother quoted Isaiah, you know, the 31st chapter, how that, you know, the horses of Egypt, they're flesh, not spirit. You know?
And there's a reason why it's they said one realm against another realm. They quoted that at the end.
Yep.
Because that's gonna be the final fight.
Yep.
Because they're gonna fight within themselves.
Wow.
But then when Yahushua appears, that's
heavy.
That's the last battle.
That's
the final boss.
Yes, sir. Damn. Whoa, that's fire. That's fire.
You know, because
That's fire.
If you could read that again.
Yep. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another.
One against another. That's the small conflicts. Okay, neighbor against neighbor, friends against friends.
One city against another.
Okay, the what's it called? Civil wars. Okay.
One place against another.
Again, interactions or conflicts between a city and another city.
It says one people against another.
Race wars. Okay, race wars.
Countries.
Yeah.
You see.
It says, and one realm against another.
Fire.
So again, the realm, that's the spiritual realm and the physical realm. Okay, against another, that's the final conflict. Okay, and after that fight, righteousness is gonna be established because again, Yahweh Shai will take the crowns of many people. Oh shit.
Yes, sir. Con. All right, yeah, we're gonna close it off there, man. You know, the point was made. Get into our destination. Hey, so we're gonna close it off there by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Okakodash, Lord willing.